Hi everybody, Jackson here. Welcome back to the Daily Endeavours for the 31st of March. Got to be quick with this one. There's in maintenance in about 25 minutes, unfortunately. Yeah, it's that time again. So 10 seal set, as always, timestamps in the description if you want to skip to a specific one. 5 items of woodworking, killing beasts, battleground match, stealable items of blue quality or better, and completing a survey report. So a couple of quick places you can kill beasts. This is definitely one I would suggest you do. On the map, usually I would either suggest you go here to Crow's Wood. There's a ton of wolves when you first get in there. There's a bunch of other places, most zones will have beasts of some form in them. Bleak Rock has, it's got wolves in the northern end and bears and stuff. Strength of Kari, there's wolves. Craglorn, there's the jackal things. Most zones still have like wolves or bears or like allets as well count. Skeevers count. And because skeevers count, the only place I really like to use for this is Wayrest 1. If you want to know how to get here, I will link a video in the description that I go into detail on getting here. It's pretty straightforward. You basically just take the boatswain. It's completely free and it takes like just a few minutes. So you come in here, there's this group of skeevers right here, this group of 5. You just kill these guys and that's your 5 beasts. And it's instanced, so it means you don't have to deal with other players killing them. They'll always be ready to go whenever you get in here, as long as you're not in a group with someone else. Because yeah, if you're in a group, both of you can access the same stuff. But as long as you're on your own, yeah, you can just come in here and kill these whenever you like. So yeah, this one's very easy to do as well. Woodworking, there's no shortcut to this like there is with deconstructing, unfortunately. You just have to go make some... I would just craft 5 maple items and just craft bows or staves. Don't craft shields because they just cost twice as much. No point in spending twice as much maple for the same amount of endeavours, and it's only 10 as well. So you need 5 stone materials and a bunch of maple. Maple you can easily get from guild stalls all over the place. Bone you can always get from carpenters, which will always be, well, 99% of the time will be right next to the crafting station that you need. So yeah, there's your racial style motifs, styles, materials. Just buy 5 of those for like 75 gold, I think it is. Bunch of maple. This stuff's very cheap as well, and yeah, you just craft 5 of these. So in this case, you just craft. I'll craft 4 just so I can talk about the other ones. It's also the crafted with any skill one, which is good, so you can get 2 birds with 1 stone done. So I definitely do suggest that. The other thing is, especially with today's other endeavors, doing writs is a good thing to do, I think, because it's 3 items that require woodworking crafting, so you can get half of this done just with a writ, and you will need surveys, and surveys come from writs. That's the only surefire way to get surveys. So I'll talk about that one as well. But they're only 2 ways, and you can always get. There's usually a steady supply of players selling the refined materials in guild stores, and you've got an infinite source of the style materials. So that's a very easy endeavor to do, and I definitely do suggest doing that one. Alright, speaking of surveys, so these will appear to you in the miscellaneous tab as blue items on any craft that you do writs on. So just check them. You will hear me say a lot whenever the cutting logs or mining ore or whatever endeavors come up. I say if you've got surveys and you're going to use those for those endeavors, hold on to them because they are. Hold on to 1 or 2 because these endeavors come up, and yeah, this is exactly why. So we've got these bloody annoying survey report ones. They're super quick to do, but if you don't have any surveys for these, you're screwed. To get surveys, it's a 10% chance whenever you do a writ. So, and provisioning writs don't give you anything, but any of the other 6 types will give you about 12.5%. Yeah, it's 12.5% chance to get a survey from those. So yeah, that's unfortunately the only way. There's like very specific events, but those events are like later on in the year. So you're kind of screwed otherwise. So you can, as soon as you interact with the first node, you don't even mine it yet. It will count, but the survey will disappear as soon as you interact with it in any way. So yeah, as you can see here, the survey's gone. So that add-on that shows surveys on the map, so if I go Craglorn, for example, you can see these other surveys I have. This is Lost Treasure. I do definitely suggest getting this one if you can. This one here. Because it shows also treasure maps as well. Like, it gives me... Fuck off. Oh, it's still annoying. Yeah, so treasure map's here. So, yeah, this add-on's great. I use it all the time. Alright, so looting items of blue quality are better. This one is annoying. Very easy if you've got a specific DLC. Kind of a pain in the ass otherwise. I mean, also if you've got Necrom, it's also quite easy. But base game, what I would do is come to either Addon here, like basically cycle between the two. So the bank in Addon, and then in Glanumbra, the castle here. I'll just cycle through these, and these coffers here, like these containers. Firstly, go to settings, gameplay, make sure auto loot is not set to auto loot stolen items, so that when you open these things up, you can search them and check what's actually in them. So I'll just go ahead and take this decorative axe, because that stuff's always surprisingly expensive. So check all of these trunks and coffers and stuff, and very rarely there will be a blue item in this stuff, so that's what you're looking for. Might be motifs, might be a furnishing blueprint, might be something else. Might be a item that you can sell for 250 gold. Those are the three you'll get, and it's, as you can see here, it's not the most common thing in the world. So you just have to keep going through and looking up everything. Now the good thing about this is, you can open up cabinets in front of people, and as long as you don't actually take the item, you don't get a bounty. Just keep going through searching all these items. Now you can check, there's certain containers you can check, but like stacks, crates, barrels, those sorts of things, those don't, I find the odds of them actually having anything worthwhile are less likely than things like wardrobes, bags, these like chest things here. So this room here is perfect because it's got all these items here that you can check, and the people do move away from the items, allowing you to actually steal from them if you do find a blue item. But there is something weird, as you might have noticed there before. All of the containers were empty at that point. I think after searching a container, if you go out and search other ones after that, the items actually disappear. So it's a bit weird. It's always been that case, and yeah, I imagine it's to stop server lag or some shit. You know, Cinemax. Now the good thing is, if you leave the zone, everything will reset. That's why I suggest you go to Glanumbra and to the castle in this case, because you basically do the same thing in the castle. It's a little bit of a trek, but there really isn't that many places which have so many of these like coffers in them or containers in them that are just like really chill to grab stuff out of. So in this case, yeah, we've got the wardrobe here you can steal from. So you just go through, check this stuff here, nightstand, trunk. There's a little wardrobe there, nightstand, and then yeah, you've got a wardrobe there. Oh yeah, sorry, there's a trunk over here too. Check that one as well. There's a couple of things in here. Most of the stuff's like the food-based containers though. Cupboard is a food container. Cabinet I think is a good option. Cabinet here is a good option. Cabinet there is a good option. Just check that stuff. Go upstairs, do the same thing. There's a couple of containers up here you can check. Cupboard usually has food items, so it's not the best option. Dresser. Desk is good. Wardrobe's good. Nightstand's good. These two wardrobes over here. Blue item, blue item, blue item. Nope, nope. So that one. The wardrobe here, the nightstand here. Dresser, nightstand, dresser, dresser here. Oh, there you go. There's a winner. So we've got a blue one there. Ooh, interesting. There's a trunk there. So when this guy leaves, just go stealth in the corner here. Just grab this item quick. That's one. So yeah, sometimes you can... Oh god, nose warmer. Fuck. So yeah, sometimes you can find a blue item there. Alright, next stop is Necrom City in the Necrom DLC. Alright, running out of time. Maintenance starts in about 9 minutes. So you want to come to this location here in Necrom City. So you need the... Oh god, fuck you. You need the Necrom DLC to access this. And it's right next to the Wayshrine. So if you haven't been here before, you'll have this Wayshrine by default. Just go a bit northeast up here, and the Necrom Outlaw Refuge is here. and just travel north. There's a entrance on the north side of the Outlaws Refuge, and it takes you to the Necrom Underways, which is where you're trying to go. So once you get in here, there are urns all over the place. So if you come through here, there's like tons of these tiny little urns here. All of these have a chance to give you a blue item from them. It'll take you a few urns to get one, usually, but there's like over 50 urns in here to search. And the best part is, as soon as you run out of urns to search, you can come in here to the Outlaws Refuge and everything will reset. So if you come in here and then just exit back out, all of these urns reset. It's really good. Really good way to get legitimacy up super quickly. So that's one other thing you can do there. And you've also got a fence here. So if you need to sell some stuff to make some inventory from some of the stuff that you've sold, you've got this fence over here. You can just sell everything. So yeah, really good place to do this with. Okay, so the best thing I think to do this with, one that you can do it in just like a couple of seconds, you need the Thieves Guild DLC for this. I still can't check it. And you need to travel to Hughes Bane once. I don't know why this causes the achievement to start, but there's an achievement in the Thieves Guild DLC called Kari's Hit List. This is one of the items related to this hit list. If you don't enter Hughes Bane, even if you have the Thieves Guild DLC, this won't show up. If you've been to Hughes Bane in the past, I don't know if this will still show up if you haven't got the Thieves Guild, but I know Hughes Bane, like entering the zone, is one of the prerequisites for this thing showing up. But this storage chest here, on this corner of Daggerfall Castle, has a gold quality item in it, and if you delete this item every time you pick it up, it will cause the chest to immediately respawn. So what this will do is, now that it's respawned, you can just loot it again, and you can get the endeavor done super quickly. So that is, without a doubt, the quickest way to get this endeavor done. The reason I use Daggerfall compared to anything else is like, there's like 15 items in total, and there's like one in each zone, but all the other ones are kind of annoying to get to. I'm sure there's one that might be easier to do than this one, but you start with this way, Sean, so it's easy to access. It's in this corner here, which is like, it's very difficult to get spotted. You will get spotted by this guy if you don't have any stealth gear on, but if you have like any level of stealth detection reduction, he pretty much can't see you. So yeah, it's super duper easy to use, super easy to reach, and very, very fast and free as well. So just probably the best option in the game to do this one. But if not, depending on if you've got Necrom, just use the Necrom Underways, just loot the shit out of those urns. If you don't, your next best option is looting everything else in Daggerfall Castle, then going back to Addon to the bank, doing the same thing, checking all the items for blue quality stuff, coming back to the Wayshrine, going back to Daggerfall, repeating it in the castle, back to Addon, back and forth until you get 2 blue quality items. That would be my best bet. The last option we've got is Battleground. So the only thing I can suggest here is just go to Battlegrounds, join queue, and see how you go. I would say doing 4v4 if you've got access to it is quicker, because you only have to get 8 players in total to queue, whereas this one requires 16, so it'll just take longer getting all those players. But I don't know how busy standard is versus competitive. But regardless of what happens in the Battleground, it doesn't matter if you win or you lose, you just have to complete the Battleground. Now, the issue I have with this one, the reason I don't suggest it over any of these other options, even though it's free, and like even though anyone can participate, anyone above level 10, is that this can take ages. If you join the queue, sometimes it can take a couple of minutes, sometimes the queue itself can take ages, and that's also not including the amount of time you're going to have to spend doing a Battleground, which might be 10 minutes plus. So you can kind of do any of these endeavors here, especially if you have access to a survey or a or Thieves Guild or Necrom, much faster, like all of these combined, than you can a single Battleground match. So that's why I don't really recommend this one over any of the other options. Alright, so that's everything. Got a few minutes to go before the maintenance starts. Thanks everyone for watching. If you've got any questions, as always, just let me know in the comments. I'll help you out. But yeah, see you all next time. Thanks for your support, and yeah, take care.